Hi, and welcome to Morning Coffee with Pazan Academy. I'm Deanna, and today I want to talk to you a little more about the holidays coming up and taking your family to museums or other cultural events. So yesterday I talked to you about the types of places you can go and how you can make it an interactive activity. Today I want to give you some of the logistics, things that you can do to help save money, to make sure that you're not trying to show up on a day when they're closed, and how to avoid crowds, but also how to maybe get a free day to go to where you're going. So the first thing I want to talk about are some apps that you can download to your phone that have all sorts of discounts for activities, for events, for places, and a lot of them also have trips and merchandise that you can buy, but I use them particularly to get discounted tickets or admissions. The first one I want to talk about is called Goldstar, and Goldstar has tickets to holiday events. Here in Seattle, they have a thing called Enchant, and it's this huge light Christmas thing that they're doing at one of the stadiums, and Goldstar has discounted tickets for that. And so they're going to have things for different kinds of shows, plays, theater, and these types of activities. It's called Goldstar, and you can download it. And I'm not sure how much they are outside of urban areas. I don't know if you live in a really rural area or you're going to visit a really rural area. You may not be able to use them, but it's something to keep in mind when you do visit a city. Another one is called LivingSocial, and LivingSocial is another app that you can download, and they have discounted admissions to all sorts of things. I actually have one right now to go to an alpaca farm, and you can just go hang out with the animals. And so there's all sorts of really interesting things, and this is another way to find activities, is that you can just scroll through the area you're going to be visiting and look for different kind of unique things that you can do, and also get discounted admission through these apps. There's another one called Today Ticks, and Today Ticks is for really big urban city areas, and they have discounted tickets that you can get for the day or a couple days before a major show, a big production, the traveling Broadway shows or that kind of main headliner show. Some of the theaters, the smaller theaters, will also go on Today Ticks, and you can get into a lottery to get extra discounted tickets. In fact, when Hamilton was here, Today Ticks had a lottery to get $25 tickets. And so that's another way if you want to go to like a larger production, something perhaps maybe like the Nutcracker or a major show like Hamilton or the Lion King or something like that. So check out Today Ticks for discounted tickets. And again, a lot of times you have to go into a lottery, so you don't know if you're going to get them. So make sure that you're going to be free that night, because if your lottery number comes up, then you have one chance to get it. So the next thing that you want to make sure that you're doing is doing your research on admission times. And so when you're looking at when museums or zoos or whatever you're planning on going to, when you're looking at when they're open, if you look for their free days, they often will have one day a month, sometimes more, that they offer free admission. Sometimes this is only for local residents, and sometimes this is for anybody who goes on that particular day. Now, there's a caveat with this. On those free days, it's very crowded. If you're like me and you try to go places where the crowds are a little less on that particular day, then you would avoid the free days. But if you're trying to save money and you want to take the whole family, then these free days are a great opportunity. Now, again, holiday hours vary for a lot of these cultural institutions, and so you'll want to check and make sure that they're going to be open. Some have extended hours as well, which is really nice. So maybe you could plan on going in an evening. When they first open in the morning, they tend to be a little bit less crowded, and so you can, try to work around those times as well. Another thing you can do is research the types of exhibits that are going to be there. And I talked a little bit about this in yesterday's video, but when you're researching the exhibits, what you can do is, if you're going with your kids, you can have them learn something about the artist or the particular time period at the historical museum, and you can give them like a little project, and then after they visit the museum or the historic site, you could have them write a paragraph or a reflection on what they learned or how they felt when they were there, being in this environment where they're learning. And it's almost kind of a passive learning because you're just looking around and enjoying yourself. And those are really good activities to use with kids to really bring them out and perhaps even spark some joy in the experience. Now, they probably won't want to sit down and write a paragraph, but if you just have them write a reflection paragraph, things that they saw, what they were excited about, what they learned, if there was anything they didn't like. And so you can give them prompts, and that's a really good way to deepen the engagement, is to have them think about the experience that they just had. Another thing is take electronics away while you're there. Have them engage in the moment. You know, if you have your phone for taking pictures, that's great if they want to take pictures. But if you see them sitting on a bench playing a video game, you may want to nicely ring them back into the experience. Maybe you can do it by asking them questions. If you're at an art museum, take them over to a painting and ask them why they think the artist did this or what the painting is about, and bring them back into the moment. You can do it nicely. You don't have to tell them that they're doing something wrong or put your phone away. You can draw them out in a way that they won't even know what's happening. And so sometimes, depending on the child, you need to kind of take a little bit of a roundabout approach on doing this. So those are just a few tips on planning, saving some money, and how to deepen the engagement for your kids if you do decide to go to a historic site or a museum, something like that over the holidays, whether you're traveling or not. If you're liking our videos, please share with your friends, subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell. We also have links to our other social media in the description below. I'm off to plan out my day. Have a great one, and we'll see you tomorrow.